going on, guys? So basically today, Bodykit finally actually arrived for the Lexus that we're sitting in. So issue with it was basically that all of it came in two pieces, just simply because of how long and how wide this car is, and the shipping. It just wasn't feasible to ship it. It was going to be more than the price of the kit. But because it was fiberglass, it is quite a strong fiberglass. I'll show you soon. But everything's been cut in half. So first thing we need to do is fiberglass all the parts back together. I've already done the rear bumper because we were trying to mock it up for Simon's doing the exhaust on it in a few days time. So it's already done. So we just need to do the two skirts and the front splitter. And then after that we need to pull the bumpers off. Don't need to pull the skirts off because the new skirts just go over the top of the old skirts, because they need to get ready for paint too. Only other thing is we need to get new parking sensors, so I'm going to have to get them ordered as well, because currently we've one in the front that's completely just missing, one at the back that's damaged as well, and the rest I don't know which ones aren't working. So for the price of them, they're only like £5, £6 each or something, so we're just going to replace all of them. So I'm going to jump in and start putting the kit basically back into one piece, 4 pieces instead of 8 pieces. So you can see the Wald body kit that we got is all in 2 pieces, which everything's cut in half basically just for the shipping. So what I'm going to do is get the 2 pieces, line them up, and then got our fiberglass sheeting, that's a resin and our hardener. So get a bit of cardboard down. I'm going to get a side skirt first. We'll do one of the side skirts. I've already done the rear piece, which is actually sitting up there, because that needed done for the exhaust. So yeah, we'll grab one of these first and do a side skirt and try to get it lined up. So the front lip, I had to do the bottom part first. It's now dry, then we're going to flip it over now and do the top section because I couldn't get up in just while we were doing the bottom of it. So we'll do that. So before we jump into doing the last part of the front splitter, I'm going to grab the other skirt as well because I went through 2 brushes already. Just trying to do one skirt on the front, so may as well try to get this other one done, doing both at once, because even whenever I tried washing out the brushes, the resin was still drying on them. Bit loud, Simon's working. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this skirt done, get the top part of the front splitter done, and then that's basically it. The kit's ready to go, and then maybe bring the car in, set it up, and just hopefully everything lines up. Should be pretty close. We also need to maybe just cut down wee bits of fiberglass, into wee tiny bits, mix it up with some resin, and there'll be a slight gap on the front of everything. Basically just like the distance of the grinding disc whenever the person's cut it in half. And we're just going to push it down into the gap. It should sort of fill that up, and then the body man can just basically put a wee very light skim of fiberglass over the top, and that should be it. Now I've got the whole kit, basically 2 pieces all fiberglass back together. Next thing we actually need to do is strip the bumpers off the car, at the minute, because bumpers need to be painted anyway. Don't need to take skirts off, just front and back bumper, because our skirts actually just go straight over the top of the OEM skirts that are already there. But I just want to make sure the front lip already fits. We can't take the bumper off because the exhaust is being done within the next like 2 days, 3 days. So basically I'm going to jump, well, I'm going to test fit this, make sure it fits. Then I'm going to jump to probably about a week's time, pulling the bumpers off, and getting them ready for paint. One of the things we want to do is take off the number plate, and in behind there we want to smooth that off. There's a couple of holes that are going to need to be filled in, but let's try get this on and see if it still fits after it's been fiberglassed. So for this kit actually being fiberglass is genuinely like a really good, I know there's a wee bit of gap in here, but obviously whenever that's pulled in, it's a tight fit on it, and it definitely adds a good bit to the bottom. I can't put the skirts on because there's nothing to actually hold them on to even dry it, but you can kind of see at the side there, you're adding a good like 2 inches, 2.5 inch to the overall height, which looks pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, going to jump to a couple of days time when we're stripping the bumpers off after the exhaust being done, because we need to leave it on until exhaust on. So it's actually like 2 days later. Kind of forgot to pick up the camera, but stripped the whole front bumper off. Basically there was a lot of screws, just had to pop off like the washers and stuff. So the only thing left to take off then is back bumper. So going to take into it now. Hopefully it won't be too difficult, but once we get it off as well, then it should be ready just to go for paint. Once we get this liner off, it's just literally a few, just the wee clips, fire them in there so don't lose them. Just you pop them out of all the wee holes. There is more clips underneath there. My boot is absolutely full of crap, so we'll get it out. So once we've got these off, then as you can see, like here, just along there is a few screws. Well, it'll just be nuts. So go ahead and take all them off. So turns out I actually didn't need to strip the whole boot out, so I've had to empty it. The 2 compartments at both sides, so like the bits of carpet up both sides, they both need to come out. There's 3 bolts down in there. See, so there'll be 1 here and then 2 here, and that's on both sides. So this side is the same, but this side, well, it depends where you're from obviously, but there's a wee compartment there that don't even know where it went. Like, that's the front of it. It's for like the toolkit or whatever that comes with the car. It slides in there, you have to pop it out, 4 bolts for it. Then there's you have to take the rest of the clips out for the front of this to get out the bottom bolts as well. Hasn't been fun to get the back bumper off. So now they're off, I think all we have to do is undo the bolts underneath. So try to get to them, and then hopefully the back bumper just comes off. Need to only other thing, disconnect parking sensors, but once I pull it back, then I'll be able to clip them out. From the last clip, I'm probably just going to close off the video here, guys. Yeah, back bumper's off, front bumper's off, kit's all back together in 2 pieces, well, 1 pieces instead of 2 pieces. Basically there was a load of like small clips and stuff to try and get this bumper off, and I just couldn't like pick up my phone at the same time and like try and record it. So the next one, basically I need to try and fill number plate holes on the front bumper like that held this around, get it smoothed off, and then that's literally it. Just it's ready to go for paint. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment down below what you want to see, if you want to see anything, any of the cars, and please hit the subscribe button. It really does help, and see you in the next one.